I was born 87 years ago.
And you're not gonna die today. Hello everyone, and welcome to Breaking, the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. This might be a little series that I'm starting, so I'm gonna go ahead here and create a new character. But the topic of the video today will be seeing what happens if Emperor Uriel Septim lives through the first prison sequence. Now, it doesn't really matter what character I've put together here because I'm basically just going to be activating God mode, which is why I've created this ridiculous abomination whose head turned sideways kind of looks like a comma, so I just called Comtastrophe. Creative and hilarious, I know.
Oh, look, an Imperial in the Imperial prison. I guess they don't play favorites, huh?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Rather than listening to this guy yap, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the unlock console command. Following the stairs immediately out the gate to the right, you see that these guys are actually already...
Don't try anything.
He knows. But yeah, they're actually already spawned in up here at a door that leads nowhere. Being out of the cell has them repeat the same line over and over, just as if you weren't standing by the window when the cell sequence is supposed to play. After searching for a while to find the right console command to basically clip out of the geometry, I went ahead and found and used Ghost. Just typing Ghost will make you fly and make you no clip through the environment. I took this time to just fly around a little bit looking at the dungeon from the outside. It's always very interesting to see how these games are built. Random doors floating that don't actually lead anywhere, that don't open, don't unlock. And just as a test here, I went ahead and tried the kill console command on the Emperor just to see what would happen. He does go unconscious, but since he is considered essential, he'll wake back up in just a second.
Prisoner, get over by the window.
They're only trying to do their duty. Come, let us play our parts.
Get on with it!
Proceeding to follow directions, I did get over by the window.
Prisoner, get over by the window.
But it seems as if they weren't registering this. It could have been because I was in Ghost, or it could have been because I had already opened the gate. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, I did decide to just explore past that wall point where you would normally leave into the Imperial substructure, just to kind of proceed through the map and see what else is down there if you snoop around before things go down the way they're scripted to. Eventually I found my way to the broken wall where you are supposed to meet back up with the Emperor and the Blades. But of course they're not here yet, because they actually haven't moved from where they were initially. Now you saw I just passed the first assassin that's supposed to jump out and initiate combat, and the other two do immediately aggro me here. The first one didn't pick me up, but I think that's because he's also tied to the scripted event of opening the door and attacking the Blades. Every time you go through a door or load a new area, Ghost actually turns off, and it's at this point I realized I forgot to activate God mode. So using the console command OBV God mode will set all of your skills to 100, give you all the spells in the game and like 1,000,000 gold as well. And I'm just showing that here, that all of the stats are set to 100. And if you've played the game before, you will know that right down here leads to the fateful room itself where the Emperor is assassinated. The assassin comes through that wall right there, and there he is.
Yes?
You can actually speak to him, have a nice little conversation.
Good day.
Unfortunately, despite trying to romance the assassin the Todd Howard way,
all of this just works.
he just wouldn't agree not to kill the Emperor, unfortunately, so I decided to check if he was essential the old-fashioned way. She actually was not. So the assassin that is supposed to come out and kill the Emperor is now dead, completely breaking that chain of events. I don't think there's any way that can happen without this guy being alive. It's kind of strange that he wouldn't be marked essential, but I'm not complaining because that's exactly what I'm trying to do, is go ahead and break this sequence pretty much as badly as I possibly can. So from here, instead of flying all the way back through the dungeon, I decided it would just be best to teleport to the Emperor with the player.move to command.
We failed. I failed.
The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead.
Are you sure about that?
And that immediately triggered Boris's dialogue into the next part of the quest, thinking that the Emperor is actually dead, despite him standing right there. As you can see, it had me pick a class, so I just went ahead and again picked something random. It's not going to make much of a difference here. That's strange. Thinking that I could get them to maybe try to walk towards the direction where the Emperor died, maybe progress to the dungeon. Still nothing until
For the Emperor!
Boris aggroes out of nowhere. And so here, what I figured was, it seemed as if he's trying to aggro some enemies past the wall, use the disable command.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Now, despite aggroing those enemies and getting into that fight, it seemed as if they still didn't want to move. So I tried adding a command to the Emperor to get him to follow me. And that seemed to work at first. It seems Boris is also programmed to follow the Emperor, so if the Emperor follows me, he follows him. But that seemed to stop working. I decided to go down anyway and just see if it would do anything. It didn't seem as if they were falling, but then I see a strange figure standing.
Stay back, prisoner.
Captain Renault, with no clothes, strangely enough. I have no idea what's up with that.
This is official business.
I did run back to the Emperor and get him to follow me again, but again he stopped, so at that point I got a little fed up and just decided to use the command create full actor copy, which creates a basically duplicate of him.
Goodness, what?
Which really works just as well.
No one wants to live.
There will forever
Goodbye.
be an Emperor Uriel Septim trapped in the dungeon here, but no, pay no mind to that. Adding the follower command to the clone did actually work. So he follows
Do as you're
me
told and you'll be all right.
exactly where I need to go, which for the purposes of this video is to the door where he's assassinated. There's no assassin to jump out of the door. And it seems as if bringing him here didn't trigger anything, I assume because the quest has already been advanced past this point. As you can see, when I open up my quest log, you can see that I do have the quest deliver the amulet, and the Emperor is still alive. So, proceeding from here, I'm just going to exit the dungeon, go towards the sewers, yeah, and just follow things from there. I went ahead and clipped through the environment with the ghost command, just following this all the way up to the tunnel at the end of the dungeon. And of course I couldn't resist just taking a little peek at the end here, because you would never normally get to go past that gate, but it's just the light source all the way down there at the end of that tunnel. Still cool just to see out of bounds sometimes. Finishing and going ahead and exiting the dungeon through the gate does lead us to the outside, that the Emperor is still following us.
Yes?
Of course, it won't change anything about the quest design of the main quest and the rest of the game, but it is just funny to have the deceased Emperor following you around everywhere. So let me know if you want to see more like these. I plan on making some other videos breaking the game, but with that, I think my quest is completed.